Hello, dear book dragons. My camera died yesterday before I started talking about the last book I read. So before I talk about that book, I just want to show you a little bit more this beautiful cover. The book I talked about yesterday. I think it's just so gorgeous. And then the cover of Alphabet of Thorn, the last book I was talking about. And I don't really have anything more to add to that, except what I didn't have time to say. What if I was going to choose one book between these two, I would start with this one. Actually, I love this book even more. So look at this gorgeous picture. It's one made of one of my favorite artists, Kinuko Craft. Look at that. It's just so dreamy and magical, whimsical. So pretty. Yeah. And here is the last book I read, Unicorn Hunters by Catherine Arden. And look at the details of this cover. It's just so beautiful. A bird there. And a sword. And Catherine Arden is also author of The Bear and the Nightingale, if you know that trilogy, which I thought was a really, really good trilogy. And I would say I love this book even more. So this is a book about Anne of Brittany, a woman who lived this is a real person, but this is a fantasy version of her life. And look at this, it's so gorgeous. So this is not a special edition, but still so well made and beautiful. And I really, really like this. So pretty. When I read a book that has this kind of beautiful cover, I always take off the cover, because I learned several years ago that the covers very easily get destroyed. So then it's nice to read a book that actually is really nice underneath as well. But it's kind of funny because the cover is made to protect the book, but then I take off the protection because the protection is so pretty. And yes, on the inside you have this, and but also a map over France, over Brittany. Oops, Brittany in the 15th century. So, and here you see the forest of Broceliande, which is a very important part of this book. And Nantes, I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but that is where she lived. And Anne of Brittany, her real life was a very interesting one. Even more interesting in this book, I would say. She has promised her dead father to never give up Brittany to France. So she can't marry King Charles. And his sister is really, and I mean King Charles as well, they really, of course, want Brittany. Brittany is by the sea, so it's a very important part of the nowadays France. So they really wanted this coast, obviously, and have the power over this region. But she kind of, in this book, there is this people with divination power, so they can see a little glimpse of what's going on in the future. But in this forest of Broceliande, which is a magical forest, the diviners can't see what happens there. So her plan is to have a unicorn hunt there, so she can meet in secret with the king of Austria. Well, not the actual king, but ambassador. and have like a fake marriage with him to protect sorry, I'm so tired today, to protect her country, or protect Brittany. And yeah, it's such a good book. This is one of the best I've read this so far this year. I give it 6 stars of 5, so more than possible. I mean, just the cover itself, the map, everything gives it a really big plus. But the actual story is so beautiful. The writing, so lovely. The countryside, the magic, the unicorn, because she does meet a unicorn, and which surprises her. She didn't really think that would happen, but she does meet a unicorn in this forest, and a human appears who has been lost for like 200 years. And there's also this very beautiful love story in this book. And I don't want to say more than that, but it's just, her story is so amazing. And this forest of Broccoleande is so interesting to read about. I mean, it is a real place, so I'm really interested to learn more about the folklore around this, what it actually is, because I know the author has based, well, it feels like she's based the story of myths that exist in Brittany. And she does write about the real story of Anne in the end of the book. So, and she did live in France herself as a young woman. So yeah, obviously I really, really recommend this book. It's just so good, and a really book about a really strong woman, and a lot of things happen. It's a lot of action and still so lyrical and beautiful. Yeah, read it. Bye.